So let's talk about the Java linked list, and let's compare it also to the Java array list. Both are collection types, but in comparison to the array list, the linked list is not a contiguous type. So what does it actually mean, not being a contiguous type? Well, in Java ArrayList, the data comes in a table-like structure, while in the linked list, every element is seen as a node, and the elements are linked to each other. In other words, the Java linked list can be compared to fairy lights on a Christmas tree, where every light is like an element and the wiring between them are like links. So whenever you add or remove elements from a linked list, you technically just change the links, which makes it much faster than the array list. In comparison though, when it comes to random access, the array list is much faster than the linked list because it has an index structure. Okay, let's take a look at the code. Let's say we want to store some names and make use of the linked list for that. The first thing that we need is a type linked list, and within the angle brackets we need to define the type of data we want to put in there, which is string. Then on the right side we use new for creating a new instance of linked list using the diamond shape. Now let's add a couple of elements: David, Jennifer, Elizabeth. We can very easily print the values of the linked list because it implements the toString method. Okay, let's take a look at the terminal output. And here we see already the linked list values David, Jennifer and Elizabeth. Okay, let's add a couple of elements and see what it looks like. Let's first add John at index 0 and then create an output of the list. Then add Lawrence at index 2 and create another output of the list. And then add Rebecca at index 1 and then again create another output. Let's see how the result looks in the terminal. Here you can see the first list starts with John. In the second list we find Lawrence in the middle, and in the third list we find Rebecca in the second place. Okay, let's take a look at a couple of options we have when it comes to removing elements. The first one we want to look at is the remove first method, which removes the first element of the entire list. We will take a look at this with an output. Then there is also a remove last method, which does exactly that. It removes the last element in the list, which we will prove with another output. We also have the possibility to remove elements using an index. So let's remove whatever element is behind index 2. Okay, let's take a look at what this looks like in a terminal. Removing the first element, we see that John is missing. And removing the last element, we see that we removed Elizabeth, and now Jennifer has become the last element. In the third list, we removed index 2, which was Lawrence. So the three elements we kept are Rebecca, David, and Jennifer. When removing elements, we also have the possibility to provide the element itself. The linked list will then find and remove the appropriate element. Let's test that with David and create another output. And here in the output we see that we remove David and that only Rebecca and Jennifer remain. When it comes to removing, we have another option. So let's first add data. Let's add a mark at index 0 and another mark at index 2, and then add a third mark at the end of the list and create an output. Now we remove the first occurrence and create an output. Let's repeat removing the first occurrence of mark and then create another output. And last but not least, repeat the same thing again. Now let's take a look at the four outputs that we just created. In the first list we see that we have 3 marks and a Rebecca and a Jennifer. In the second list we see that we have 1 mark less. In the third list we removed the second mark. In the fourth list we see that we removed the last remaining mark. And again we remain with Rebecca and Jennifer. Okay, that's it for the linked list. I hope you enjoyed this video and could pull some value out of it. If it did help you, why not help this video flourish on YouTube and drop a like? Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.